What's good, YouTubers and YouTubettes? This is JB Sports back again with another one. Jacksonville Jaguars get their first win of the season, defeating the Tennessee Titans 20-7 in an AFC South battle. The Jacksonville Jaguars go to 1-2, and the Tennessee Titans fall to 1-2 as Calais Campbell had a dominant performance. Man. He's probably already wrapped up Defensive Player of the Week, and we still got games to play Sunday and a Monday night game to play, man. I'm going to go out on a limb and say he's going to win Defensive Player of the Week, man. He dominated this game. Couldn't block him as he had multiple sacks, multiple yards for losses, and he dominated the game, wreaked havoc on the Tennessee Titan offense. The jury's still out on quarterback Marcus Mariota, still having accuracy issues, still having a hard time reading the defense to me quick enough. He's not making quick decisions out of there. He's still throwing too many floating passes. His ball, he's putting too much air under the ball on a lot of his passes, which when it made it out, he had a couple of plays down there on the red zone when they did move the ball, and he could have had a potential touchdown, but he lofted the ball up there. He allowed the safety to come over there and nearly get an interception, but was able to break up the pass. They ended up going for it on fourth down when they was down there in the red zone instead of settling for the field goal, and that was early in I believe it was like early in the second quarter. They were down 14. Early in the third quarter, they were down 14-0. Instead of taking the points, they went for the touchdown. Ended up with no points as they got stopped on fourth down. And that cost them because they were able to kind of cut the lead down from 17-0 to 17-7. With that field goal, they would have been only down a touchdown. So I think that was bad decision-making by the head coach, Vrabel, and came back to haunt them. But nonetheless, man, they just got dominated in this game. The sixth-round pick out of Washington State played well too, man. Gardner Manshew, the second, played well. Threw a couple of good passes in this game, man. A couple of passes that were in tight coverage. He threw one pass where it seemed like the receiver was double covered, and he put it in the only spot he could put it in to get that pass completed to Westbrook, D.D. Westbrook. He threw a pass, and he threw it at a high point and gave Westbrook a chance to jump up and out-jump the two defenders to make a great catch on the sideline. And he led them to two scoring passes where he was very, very precise with the ball, and he showed his arm strength, showed that he does have a strong arm. That's what I think a lot of scouts wondered him coming out of Washington State, where they're throwing a lot of bubble screens, a lot of screen passes, a lot of short passes, and you wonder, are the numbers kind of like over-exaggerated, because a lot of times, the guys are taking a 1-yard pass and they turn it into a 75-yard touchdown, and it's making the quarterback look like he threw for 75-yard touchdown pass, but actually he threw a 1-yard pass and the guy ran for 74. So that's what you got. You get it kind of like over-exaggerated numbers playing in that type of offense. But he showed in this game that he has an NFL arm, man. He has a real good arm. I wouldn't say he's got the strongest arm, but he has a real good arm. Good enough to throw all the passes that you need to throw in the NFL, that's for sure. Another tough day for Fournette, man. He had like 15 yards on 14 rushes, as they did a good job of stopping him. But, teams are going to make Manshew beat them right now because he's unproven, so they stacked the line to take him away from Jacksonville's offense. And Manshew was able to make enough plays, especially in the first half, to get them that 14-0 cushion, and Tennessee Titans never could dig themselves out of that hole, man. But good performance by Jacksonville, and a tough performance by Tennessee, as they have now lost 2 in a row after losing to the Colts Sunday. They come in tonight and lose another one, so that's 2 losses in a row. Now the question people are going to be asking, the elephant in the room, as they say, is what's going to happen with Ramsey, with Jalen Ramsey. What's going to happen with him? Is he going to get traded? A lot of rumors out there saying he might be gone by as early as tomorrow. So he's got a lot of teams interested in him. Kansas City Chiefs have been linked to him. The Seattle Seahawks have been linked to him. The Philadelphia Eagles have been linked to him. Them are all Super Bowl contending teams that have been linked to him. So we'll see what happens, man. But I think if you look at the Larry Tunsil trade from Miami, you look at the landscape of that trade. They got the Dolphins were able to get 2 first-round draft picks and a second-round draft pick for Tunsil. So I think that's going to be what Jacksonville is going to be looking at. They're going to be looking at multiple picks, multiple first-round picks at least, and they might, teams might even have to throw in a second round like they did with Tunsil. So we'll see how it all transpire. But nevertheless, a good win by the Jacksonville Jaguars. Poor performance by Marcus Mariota. The jury is still out on him because as you look at Tennessee, they have a solid team, especially on the offensive line and defensive line. Even though tonight the offensive line struggled, especially interior offensive line, the guards they really struggled with Calais Campbell. But overall, going into the season, the offensive line and defensive lines were rated pretty strong. But it's just, the number one position on the team, quarterback, is unproven. Mariota has just been very inconsistent. And you got a good running back out of Alabama. He's run the ball hard. He's proven to be a great running back. A guy that can carry the load, a bulk load carrying running back that you can ride and wear defenses down. They've got okay receivers, but they don't have a number one, quote unquote, number one receiver. Maybe A.J. Johnson can develop into that wide receiver. They've been waiting for years for Corey Davis to develop into that number one receiver. It doesn't seem like he's going to be that type of receiver. He's feel like he's going to be more of a number two guy at best. So they've got to develop those guys. Their tight end situation is pretty strong. They got a pretty good tight end core. But, it's just the key thing is the quarterback and wide receivers. They don't have a proven elite level quarterback, and they don't have a number one receiver. And that's going to keep the offense from ever being a type of offense that can put up a lot of points, on a game in and game out basis. So we'll see what transpires. But good win by Jacksonville. Manshew's got to continue to do that. It's just only 2 games, but he's played well against 2 good defenses. Played well against the Texans, and played well against the Tennessee Titans. So we'll see what happens next week. But he'll be holding that fort down for at least the next several weeks until Nick Foles comes back. And if he continues to play like this, the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to have to make a decision. Will they stick with Manshew? Will they go back to Nick Foles, a guy that has won a Super Bowl and was the Super Bowl MVP when the Eagles beat the New England Patriots? So that'll be an interesting decision that Tom Coughlin and Doug Marrone will have to make. But that's what I have for tonight's game, man. Again, 20-7, Jacksonville Jaguars over the Tennessee Titans. This is JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend. I holla.